and I was just doing something in the kitchen and got a phone call from UVM, and the woman said, "I'm sorry to tell you that your test shows that you have breast cancer and it's metastatic." So I slumped down to the floor, and I had my notes with me, and I wrote metastatic breast cancer. So when I looked that up, that's actually stage 4. It was metastatic, that it went from my breast to my lymph nodes. I was stage 2, which I found out that like 5 days later. So when I was diagnosed, it came as a big shock because I never ever thought I would get breast cancer. There was no history of it in my family. I was relatively healthy, ate well. So I was shocked and concerned, obviously, about the future and what would the future be like? Would I be here in the near future for my 2 daughters and Steve?
The funny thing actually is perspective. Because when you were dealing with, and we thought it was stage 4 for a couple days. So when we found out from the doctor's appointment that it was stage 2, we actually were all like clapping and hugs. And we actually went out and celebrated and had a celebratory dinner. And the waitress came up and says, "Oh, what are you celebrating?" And we were like, "Stage 2 cancer."
I'm a spiritual person, so I certainly prayed a lot to God and kind of believe in general that things are going to happen. Whatever it is, it may or may not be what you want, but that there's a journey for you. It was actually a good journey. Even going to have chemo at the hospital, the nurses were wonderful. Everyone had their own personality, and everyone made you feel so comfortable.
Every step of it was just, as I said, it was just, this is what we have to do. And once we accomplish it, it's like, okay, check on to the next thing. And that was kind of the way we all approached it and went through, even the medical team, which was great. And through that whole process, we adopted a kind of a nothing to it but to do it attitude, which we still do. So that was something that really affected our lives, that changed who we are. Deal with it head on and just get it done.
I had heard about Dragonheart, but I didn't know what it was. So when I saw it, it's time, this was a month after radiation ended, and I had a new mindset that instead of putting things off, which is what I did most of my adult life, I would reach out and just do things, and even if they might not be comfortable for me. So the next night I went down to the waterfront, and Steve came with me. He thought he was going to watch me paddle this strange sport, and then John Dyer saw him and said, "You need to get on a boat, come on." So he got on the boat, and we both paddled and thought, wow, that was really cool. Yeah, it was really great meeting so many women who had been through a similar experience of having breast cancer. Some of them kind of became mentors to me, even though I might not have said it to them, but I looked up to them because they had gone through this journey before me. After I went through treatments, I was not in good shape at all. I was pretty weak. And over the years, it's been 5 years of paddling now, there's been such a great improvement in my physical being. I'm in better shape now than I was ever in my life, really, because I was just never an athlete. That's a fun thing when you're 55 to be experiencing new things like that. I never thought that I would be paddling in a boat with 19 other people and traveling to do it, and then winning medals, and also drumming. I drummed for Senior C Open team in the world competition. It's just been great to meet so many interesting people and like-minded people across the country. It's been a real silver lining, I guess, to having had cancer. I've had certain things thrown at me that I didn't expect, and that I powered through and made it through. It wasn't always easy or fun or comfortable. And I would say I belong to a tribe called Dragonheart Vermont, because I see it kind of as a tribe. a big family. They were a positive influence in my life, and hopefully I return the favor to them as well.